Waste in India would be coming from several sources. One is, of course, domestic waste, as you mentioned, coming out of houses. For that, in fact, there is a traditional recycling which has been going on with people going and collecting the recyclable waste like paper and clothes and stuff. But then there is still the solid waste that comes out of houses. Then you have industrial waste, and of course you have agricultural waste. So all these three wastes are there, and I think it's only relatively new that we have started realizing the importance of disposing of the waste in a sensible way. Otherwise, much of it was going into landfills.
Another question was also about scale is the number of young people in India, which can be a huge resource, in competence and energy. So how do you get them engaged in questions like sustainable development?
I think the engagement of the young in this or in any other campaign is extremely important, because India has 50% of its population as under 30 years of age. So involving them in anything which happens is important for two things. One is that they are the main people who will be moving these things. Second is that these are the people for whom the change is being made. So you must involve them right from the very beginning. Now, what is being done by the government is two things. One is to generate more public awareness, and the second thing is to launch specific campaigns. And two campaigns which are particularly important. One is Clean India. So Clean India in a way that gives each person a role in cleaning India. Not that the government is doing it, but the government will make it easier for you to do it. The government will give the facilities, but the action lies in you. And I think this empowering of the people, empowering of the communities is very, very important. And the second thing that the government will be doing is building smart cities. Now, in any smart city, building in a system of disposal of waste in a way that becomes a resource is very important. And as I mentioned in the seminar, that's an area in which we really are keen to learn from Sweden, because you actually import waste because you can make waste into energy, and that energy is a renewable energy. So what you're doing is you're taking a problem and making it into a solution. So that's something that I for one would like to see as a part of every smart city that we build, and we are planning to build 60 smart cities by 2020, and the involvement of the young people in this will again be very important.
And actually, in connection to cities and urbanization, India is experiencing large economic growth, and probably a lot of it is happening in cities. So how is the balance between generating sustainable growth, so to speak, in the countryside and in the city?
No, in fact, the great push that you are seeing in India in manufacturing sector is so that we can provide sustainable employment for the people who would be leaving the rural areas. A migration from rural areas to urban areas is a reality, and it is proceeding in a manner which is unchecked, and it's causing, I think, great sort of loss of human dignity and degradation, with thousands and thousands of people living in slums in disorganized manner. So an effort is now on to do it in a way that is sustainable and planned. So you would have tier 1, tier 2, tier 3 cities. The ideal would be to provide enough facilities even in a rural setting, so that so many people don't have to leave the rural areas and move towards urban areas. So you have to provide employment everywhere. And again, I think in any step that is taken, sustainability and its effect on environment, today in India it's absolutely a given fact that it will be looked at. So you would not be having the kind of irresponsible growth that was there before everyone in the world woke up to it. And I commend Sweden for having taken the initiative more than 4 decades ago to have started this dialogue and environment. There was nothing before that. So the road to Paris started in Stockholm.
Hey, thank you very much for your time and your participation.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you.